So, please give a warm welcome to Ian, rescuing memories across the digital divide.
It's Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals, and a man makes his way to a seat right at center ice. He sits down, noting that the seat next to him is empty. He leans over and asks his neighbor, "Is someone sitting there?" "No," said the neighbor, "the seat is empty." "That's incredible," said the man. "Who in their right mind would let a seat to the finals of the Stanley Cup playoffs go unused?" "Well," said the guy, "well, I have to confess, actually, it's my seat." "Well, what happened?" He said, "Well, it was my wife, but she died. It's the first time we've missed a Stanley Cup. She's missed it since we got married in 1967. "Wow, that's really sad." He said, "Didn't you have any friends or any people, neighbors that could come, use the seat?" "Well, actually, they're all at the funeral." Mr. Toastmaster, fellow communicators, and welcome guests. Some people in that family will be sad about that deceased person. Somebody will miss that person a lot. And we don't realize that when a family member dies, when we lose somebody really close to us, it brings up a lot of sadness, and we miss them terribly. And some of the fondest memories that we can have can be brought back by videos. Recently, it was the second anniversary of the passing of a dear friend of mine, Tony Chesterman, who I worked with in Montreal for on and off for over 40 years. We had worked in the advertising business on just 1,001 projects and had a great time. He died in Montreal a few years ago, and I'm still in touch with his widow. So recently I called her up to commemorate the passing of my friend. And I wanted to cheer her up. And while I was talking to her, I realized, wow, I have something that would really help her keep the memory of her husband alive and perhaps bring her some joy. The thing that I had special is that in 2002, she and her family gathered. The last name was Chesterman, and they gathered at Chesterman Beach up in Tofino. No relation, but they decided to do that, actually to commemorate the 90th birthday of her mother. And because Annie and I lived in Victoria, and we were very dear friends, they invited us to come up and spend time with them. Well, I had just purchased a new 8mm video camera. And I thought it was the be-all and end-all. I never had a video camera before. And so I brought it along on this journey. And I took a lot of video. I took a video of everything, all the banter and all the meals and all the walks and all that stuff. And of course, came home. It was a great event. Stuck it in a box with all the rest of that stuff. Oh, forgot about it, but it came to me that that would be something to do. So the trick was, how did I bring that video from the video era, analog, into the digital age, which we are now? Well, I needed to get my dongle out. I know, what's a dongle? Well, a dongle is a piece of computer equipment that interfaces between two devices. This is what it looks like. There is a dongle. Now you might notice familiar things like the white, red, and yellow RCA connectors, which are common in the video world. You ever plugged in a video tape machine? You had those kinds of wires. The other one, this dark one, is a S-video, which is, it's all in one. It's a little more modern. But you notice that on the other end of it is USB, which we're all familiar with. We all have memory sticks and all those sort of things. So I was successfully able to transfer those films over to the digital world. But now the question was, how do I share them? Now, when I had done that before, I would burn DVDs because they have a much more memory on them than space on them than CDs. And I'd burn DVDs and I'd, package them up with cardboard, bubble wrap, ship them off. And have to wait a few weeks before the person got them to even talk about the videos. And this particular situation, my friend's widow and his other daughter, and one of her daughters, and two of her grandchildren lived in Montreal. Her other daughter lived in Paris, France, with her two daughters. And so I thought, I'm going to put it up on YouTube. Now, these are private, sensitive family videos. One would say, well, I don't want to put stuff like that up on YouTube. Well, there is a way to do that. And I'm going to show you. You have the option when you put stuff up on YouTube to select either public, private, or unlisted. Now, don't have to get into what private is. Private means that the person actually has to be signed up to YouTube, have an account on YouTube. So there's many people who don't have accounts on YouTube. So, but unlisted means that those videos are not searchable, are not indexed by YouTube in any way. They're private. And you have the key. And that means that anybody you send that key to, they'll be able to watch that video. Well, needless to say, my friend's widow and his family were absolutely tickled pink and delighted with these wonderful images. They were intimate images because I was quite a member of the family, so I could take a lot of stuff that they were not self-conscious about. And it worked out really wonderfully. And I urge all of you, if you have 8mm video cassettes stuck in a box somewhere, to actually look for a way to bring them forward and actually get a dongle. Now these dongles, when I bought it, that was probably $100. You can buy them now for $25 on Amazon. And while I was looking through, and also the other thing about Google, they will live forever. They have servers all over the world, duplicated and secure, and they will never be lost. Whereas a box of cassettes under your bed, if I were to die and hadn't converted them, they'd be lost. So it's a way to actually extend the life of these incredibly meaningful images. And while I was doing this process, I came upon a video that I shot, and it's funny, Chris, with your cable towers, that I shot at a Toastmasters Communicators party at Eric and Phil's house in the early 2000s. All the members of the Toastmasters at the time were singing karaoke. So as a treat to all of you, I am going to, as soon as I get back to my office, I am going to send you that link. Communicators, Toastmasters, we know how to party.